Here we go. Hot Rods, Blazing Topics. It's your boy Hot Rod here, back with another one. Here with another episode. Guys, it's Motivation Monday. Motivation Monday, fresh start, fresh week, fresh opportunities, new beginnings. So I always say. Before I start, because I definitely don't want to forget it this time. Guys, please check out this sweet ladies page. I feel so bad because I brought this 2 months ago, back when we had I had attended this Juneteenth event, and I brought it from this sweet lady, man. Check her page out. Definitely have a lot of mugs that she make, different designs, whatever you want. If you want any design on a mug, I'm telling you 100% sure she can make it. When I seen her at the Juneteenth event, it was a lot. I wish I had took a picture. There was a lot of designs that she had on there that I was like, a lot of positive messages, positive images. You name it, man. It was good to see. But her page is at Sheila Coley on Instagram and also on Facebook. Sheila Coley, which is spelled Sheila Coley. Coley. Once again, the same way that it's spelled on and you see it on Instagram is the same on Facebook too as well. And I like to also say too, if y'all hear some construction going on outside, it's in the background noise, please excuse me. I don't know what it is. It seems like every other week they got some, shit they working on, and I don't know what else to do at this point. I tried different times to work around to shoot the episode, but it just I can't get things right. And I don't know what's going on in Philadelphia right now with all these damn construction going around the city. They chose literally at the same time that I don't know if it's school that's about to start in September or whatever, and they doing all these damn construction sites all over the place. But it's annoying. It is annoying. And once again, guys, please share, like, and subscribe. Tap the bell for notifications on new videos. So this week, I'll say this topic that I had in mind for a while was on environment, right? Speaking of construction and what's around you, I had this topic environment to talk about because I felt this week it was something that's been dwelling on my mind for the past couple of days, right? When I want to talk about things that when I wanted to when I was going over topics that I want to talk about today, and environment just kept popping up in mind. Why I say that? Because I feel like it's three things that literally shapes who we are. And it's, people, things, and places we attend. I feel like a lot of times when you think about that, you can become stagnant, right? You could become stagnant in your own environment. You could be stuck in this bubble based off those things. What causes us to be stagnant, right? Who are we constantly hanging around? Where are we going? What are the things that we like? What are the conversations we're having? And when I say people, right, a lot of times you don't realize when they say who you are, who you hang around. That's a lot of times, it could be a true statement. The conversations you having with people on a daily basis, is it constantly, tearing you down, or is it building you up? Is it helping you progress in life? I'm not saying all the time, we all don't go through certain situations in life on a daily basis, but it can't always just be negative conversations. I know, for instance, like if I'm on the phone all the time with someone who's talking about the same things that we always been talking about since we were teens to young adults to now our mid-age 30s, whatever, or whether you're someone who's 40 and you've been talking the same conversations with the same group of people since you were 19, 20, and there's no growth in life, that's a question mark. You didn't have to question to yourself, okay, am I growing being in this relationship? Am I growing hanging around these people? Am I growing and building from these different friendships that I have with people? And there comes a point down, you have to put your foot down, and as sad as it's going to sound, you have to always choose yourself first once again, and it's always going to be selfish, because a lot of times people don't see the same things you see. They don't want to go to the same places you want to go. They'll never understand, why you think the way you are, why you think the way you do, because they're not in that position. They're not in your shoes. They don't see beyond what they see. And a lot of times, that's why I say in our environment, it shapes who we are, because we don't see beyond that environment. If we're stuck in the same places all the time, like they say, you shouldn't be the smartest person in the room. And the day you become the smartest person in the room, then you should really question the room you're in. That's a problem, because there's always going to be someone who's smarter than you. But at the end of the day, that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're not smart or it makes you less of a person. It just means, you want to grow and you want to constantly build. Yes, you should want to take advice from people who know better, who's been more experienced in situations, who have more knowledge of things than you do, because that's what's going to really take you to the next level. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that's why I said, when it comes to people, right? When you having these conversations with people every single day, you got to question, like, okay, is this beneficial? Is it the same negative conversation? Is it always about girls? Is it always about money? Is it let's go to the same clubs and the bars all the time? And first you got to question yourself, are you tired of those same conversations? Are you tired of visiting those same places? Are you tired of doing the same things? Right? And if you come to a point of realization like, I've been doing this for the past 10 years and it hasn't really helped me gain anything, what am I doing? It's a problem. And it's cool to recognize that problem. It doesn't make you feel like, oh, I'm better than the next person. No, it just means you're choosing yourself first and you want more in life for yourself. And that's okay if that comes off very selfish, and don't feel bad about it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about, as we call it, right, the generational wealth that the generational wealth that we're chasing, right, for our families, to help build our families for generations to come with wealth. And that's cool. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have different desires. Some people want to live comfortable life. They're okay with that. They don't want to do anything. They want to stay in the same level. They're okay with that. But that doesn't mean you have to suffocate and keep yourself in that relationship with this person or this like mind. And this person don't have this like mind as you do, because you feel as though you want different. You want more. That's cool. I don't think that is wrong, and if anything, I should be happy if I see someone who's doing better than me and they're gaining more success in life. If anything, I'm gonna want to go and question, like, hey, how did you get to this point? How did you get to this level? What is it that you've done? What are the habits that you changed? How can if there's any advice you feel you can give me to help me get to that next level, whether it's in my path or your path. It don't have to mean you got to go follow that person and pursue the same thing, but maybe they can help direct you, like, hey, is this what you're doing? Maybe you might want to approach it and see things a little bit differently outside your own perspective. And that's how you really grow. I think, in my opinion, that's how you become a better version. That's how you grow. But some people are going to argue and disagree with that. And that's all right. We don't all have the same, once again, thinking. So that's why I say, when it comes to people, you got to question yourself. Like, the conversations you having on a daily basis with people, is it help, building you up or tearing you down? And a lot of times you realize, like, there's certain people in life, it doesn't mean you kick them out or you don't care for them no longer. You just got to recognize, understand they no longer have the same value in your life that they used to before. And don't feel bad if you have to not say replace them, but maybe put them in another category or put them in another level, and not put them on the same space that you most have, that you value them. And hey, it's sometimes uncomfortable. Sometimes we hide away from those conversations. We sometimes tend to not communicate with that individual, and it may look like a weak move, as you feel like, damn, how do I explain to this person that I'm kind of sick and tired of having these same conversations, especially if it's someone that you care for and you love, right? Or even in relationships, if you realize the relationship is not helping you gain, I mean, like personal relationships, right? You as a couple, and you realize that the relationship is not going anywhere, right? It's been stagnant the past 10 to 15 years, and you probably expressed to this person in numerous ways about it. You might feel as uncomfortable to go approach this person and tell them, hey, we've tried all measures, but it's just not getting anywhere. I'm not saying you could divorce a person, but maybe if you're realizing that you tried every single step, y'all exhaust all measures, and it just isn't working, you can't be afraid to say, hey, I'm just going to just stick with this. And no, that's unfair to you and that individual too as well. You then got to choose to say, you know what, I got to do what's best for me, and I got to move on. And that's okay. You shouldn't feel bad about it, because it's your life to live. But when I say relationships too, I don't just mean like relationships with couples. I mean it could be friends, right? It could be your family members sometimes. That, believe it or not, um, sometimes it's uncomfortable. It's tough and it's uncomfortable to have those conversations because how do you tell someone that you really love that hey, our relationship or our friendship just doesn't have the same value anymore. I think that we talk about the same things all the time that's not helping us grow. How can we change that? And if we can't change that and you feel like it's going to lead to an argument, then yeah, selfishly, you just got to remove yourself. And once again, it might, like I said, it might look like a weak move because it's like, well, Dan, you ain't even let me know what was the problem. But sometimes you just want to avoid that headache. It might lead to an argument, right? Because the person might they might feel insulted that you even told them that, right? Damn, like you trying to belittle me. You're telling me that I'm not worthy of being in life anymore. I don't no longer hold the same value. So yeah, if you feel it's going to lead to a point of that argument and for your own mental health, you don't want to deal with that, then it's all right. Choose yourself first. Once again, be selfish and slowly remove yourself, right? You might not have the conversations like you used to with this individual every single day or every single week or once a month. You might check on them sometimes, and it don't mean you don't be available for them. You have to also understand, like, you know what, man, this is just not working out for me right now. The relationship is just being stuck. I'm stagnant. It's not helping me grow. I'll be there for this person, but I could be there for this person in a way that's more suitable for the both of us. If they call you and they have a personal situation they got going on and they need your advice, definitely still hang up, pick up the phone. Don't not see their phone call and ignore them. Definitely pick it up. You want to be there for them because you still love and care for this individual at the same time. You just realize they no longer have the same value for you. So that's why I say environment sometimes play a factor when it comes to people. Now, as far as places and things, yeah, those two as well. If you're realizing, like I said earlier, I'm going to the same spots, like I'm seeing the same places. I'm kind of tired of seeing it. You in your mind is like, damn, how can I grow? Like, right. I'm always complaining about how my life is on a daily basis. I need new ventures. Well, it's up to you. It's up to you to make those changes, to get those new ventures, to get a new excitement, right? I can't all the time just go to the same boring spots, right? But then I'm still going to these same boring spots, but I'm complaining about it every single week, how my life is boring and it's not moving anywhere. You got to choose to make that decision for yourself to, like, you know what, let me stop doing these things. Let me reevaluate myself. Let me reevaluate my life. How can I become better, right? The places that I'm going to, I'm kind of sick of it, but I want to have a thrill. How can I change that? What is it that I need to remove? What's keeping me at this place? What's keeping me stuck? Why every single time I'm being told, yeah, there's sunshine that's shining every day somewhere else, right? Go to this place, right? Visit this place, and but yet you're realizing, well, no, it's kind of cloudy where I'm at. It ain't sunshine and flowers and roses every day. But in the day, it's up to you to make that that image in your mind become a reality. And yeah, it's tough. It is tough. I'm not saying that it's not tough, right? Every single day, you're not gonna wake up feeling that way. It's not gonna always be sunshine, flowers, and roses, right? It's gonna rain some days. This life in general. But even when it rains, what are you doing to keep that sun constantly shining for yourself? And it's all about your mind, what you feed into your mind, right? The same way they say in your environment, what's around, what are you eating, right? You're constantly seeing all the time, you're going to the same fast food restaurants, right? Because that's all you see in your environment. Do research. They don't have to go to McDonald's and go to the Chinese store and buy Wendy's and Burger King all the time. Yeah, it's good. It might be amusing to have once in a while because shit, I mean, I have a cheat days once a week, but I don't have to always go to these same places all the time for my cheat meals. I don't have to get those food all the time. I can go do my own research. But you know what? Where can I travel to get this meal that I want that's still healthy, but it's still something I can enjoy? So a lot of times in general, you have to do your own research. You have to sit there, and if you want things to happen, make it happen. Take the time to change that. Sit back and reflect. Be like, damn, okay, I'm seeing this around me all the time. How can I get to this level? How can I get to this place, right? How can I make these changes? Do research. And when you do your research, there's a lot of times you be learning there's a whole nother world out there that you never thought and imagined that existed. So that's when I say too as well, it's easy to be stuck in the same things and thoughts all the time, right? With what we go through and be stagnant in our environment because we don't know any better. We wasn't taught that. We wasn't told. We wasn't shown. what's out there. So that's why it's important for you to take control in your life, right? You are the driver to your own vehicle. Don't be lazy. Do some research. Figure things out. Maybe change the people you hang around. I'm not saying go meet every single person and become a friend with them, but you be surprised at people that you meet when you just you might take a trip somewhere, right? By yourself. And you don't even realize there's other people in this world that's soul searching, trying to find themselves too. They're trying to find out this new environment. They're trying to figure out, damn, what's out there? What is it that I'm missing? And you realize you meet people that's like-minded like you, but how will you ever meet people that's like-minded like you if you never took the time to just fly out? You never took the time to drive somewhere and say, hey, let me go check this spot out that I always wanted to, but I've been scared to because I have this slight hesitation. I'm not going to the same friends that I normally go to. But once again, those friends that you have in your life right now don't have the same like-minded. They're not same like-minded like you are. They're not caring to explore. So that's why you're still stuck on that bubble. You got to get out of that bubble and you got to get out of that circle and take that bravery, right? That fear that you have of traveling on your own. Go see what's out there. And you'd be surprised. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of the people who has the same like mind like you. And you might build then other friendships that might help you get to the next level that you never would have even thought would have happened if you ever just took that step to go out there. So that's why I say, man, the environment, you are who you hang around. You can be the same person if you're going to the same places and you see the same things all the time. It's up to you to make that decision and make that choice. You know what? Let me make the change for myself, but it has to start with number one thing, research. Just research. Take a step back, analyze. Okay, what's going on? I recognize what's going on. I recognize what's keeping me stuck in this bubble. What is it that I need to do to make that change? What is it? Places that I need to find out. People that I need to hang around. How do I know about what's out there? Take your time to do some research, man. But don't be the product of your environment. Don't be stagnant. Don't listen to those doubters who say you can't become a better version of yourself because it's hard to figure out things on your own. No, that's not true. Yeah, you're going to need people along the way to help you. But at the same time, you are the person you hang around. You know what I mean? So definitely take the time, guys. Like I said, change that. You know what I mean? Don't get stuck in the bubble. Get out your comfort zone. Be you. Be the better version of you. Give yourself that chance. Hot Rods Blazing Topic. I'm out.